Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Homestead Fresh. My name's Shauna, and this is my husband, Jeff.
How y'all doing today? Hopefully everything's going good.
If you watched the end of our last video, Jeff got extremely excited when he gave you a sneak peek of our new helper for the homestead. So, if you didn't watch that video, Jeff's going to show you again what this special little surprise is. He is so excited. He's like a giant child. So we did get a Woodland Mills Sawmill, and so we're inviting you along today as we assemble this, and hopefully we don't mess it up and we assemble it correctly.
Right. Yeah, and I'm really hoping it doesn't take me forever, because I'd really like to see all the cool stuff I can do with it. But I know it's going to probably take us a little time. Try to bear with us. We're going to try to show you all the little
key points
of putting it together, just in case if you look at one or you're looking at getting one, because I looked at several brands myself, and I went with this one mainly because I'm on a budget, and it's not a real expensive one. It's not bottom line. I believe Harbor Freight's probably your bottom line one, but I liked a lot of the features that this one had, and it really wasn't much more than the Harbor Freight one. But I like some of the features, and I'll be going over those with you, the things that I really kind of like about it. So, and a lot of other people have had good videos on this mill, and it looks like it works great. So that was another reason I got it. So for all y'all that have put some videos out before, thank you very much for helping me decide on this one.
So let's get started.
Let's get going. Okay, so this is so nice. So this is the Woodland Mills HM122, and I upgraded the motor to the 9.5 Kohler engine. And then, you know, once we get it all done, I'll show you some features that I thought was pretty nice. I believe, if I'm right on this, it can take up to a 22-inch log, because it's the small sawmill they make, and cut a 20-inch board, I think. I believe it also cuts the length of 10 feet. Let's get this baby unboxed. Woohoo! And by the way, this thing also, when it gets packed to you, there's, you know, a couple of bands around it to hold it kind of down to this pallet it's on. And it also weighs 762 pounds. So, if I can get my lovely assistant at the other end, we can pull this thing up and start seeing what it looks like. Alright, so, yeah, they put it in a big, it's not super thick metal, but, I mean, it's a pretty sturdy metal that's banded down, and it's in like a little cage, so that's pretty neat.
I wanted to do it.
Aww. Alright, now, I'm guessing,
It just lifts off.
there's just a little top. Now, the nice thing about them shipping it like this is, upcycle this to make all kinds of other different things. So, start giving me ideas when y'all start thinking of them, of what I can do with some of this spare. Yeah, it's a decent thickness angle iron, probably about, maybe what, 1/8 of an inch, maybe? Alright. Let's peek. Woo! Okay, well, engine goes in the middle. I had a problem earlier with it shifting on me when I was taking it off my truck, and it poked through the box a little bit, but this metal cage held it pretty good and strong, so it doesn't look like nothing got messed up. And whoo, look at that nice pretty engine. Okay, well, we got boxes, and this one seems heavy. Oh, yeah, that's a heavy box.
Oh, I can't even lift this one.
So it looks like
that one's small, I'll get it.
Oh, okay, you get the little box. Gotcha. So it looks like it's pretty packed, pretty decent all in here. Thought they might have had like instructions right on the top, but I guess not.
Oh, that'll be on the bottom, don't you know?
Yeah, right. Might be easier to pull all this out. Get to everything. This is the whole head assembly, so that's pretty nice. The motor's already looks like it's going to be mounted, and the blade is back here, so it's already together, so that's pretty nice. Ah!
So we have a tractor, right?
But I remember watching, they've got a owner's manual in this little tube to keep with it.
It says owner's manual. Go figure.
And it should hopefully tell me how to put it all together. Oh, look at there. Give you safety glasses to go with it.
I suppose.
Oh, wow. And a nice pair of leather gloves.
Earplugs. And
earplugs. Well, if that's just not something nice. That's a pretty nice little feature. So, set that to the side. We can put all this back in there. That's the manual. And then this is a kind of like catalog and stuff.
So you can buy more.
So you can want to buy more stuff. So yeah, like I was saying, this comes in a 7 and a 9.5 horsepower model, and it's the HM122. It's their small mill. Well, let's see what it's gonna
Step 1.
tell me what to do. Assembly. It's saying to undo these little bolts, and we can, unpacking it, you lay the head down. Gotcha. Unfasten 2 bolts in the front of the crate. Place 2 6 to 8 inch support blocks. Yeah, and bend the front of the crate down. There you go. Okay, so now we'll get to that. Alright, so piece of cardboard. There we go. And then just pull that out there. Bend that over.
Yeah,
Which end do you want?
the one that looks lighter.
Uh-huh.
Tell me what we're doing.
Well, it just says, well, hello there, Mr. Grasshopper. What are you doing?
Just lift and set.
No, I think it just said just lean it over.
Oh, lean it.
I guess. Should be good. Yeah, that's good. There we go. Well, there's the blade. Oh, it had a nice little bracket that it rests on for shipping. Well, that's pretty sweet. All right. Something tells me I'm going to have to call a child or a neighbor to help lift that son of a gun up.
What?
You got it, but that's pretty heavy. Alright, then we got another box here to get to that is, looks like we're just gonna cut the tape and take things out of it one by one, because that box feels pretty heavy too. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was probably, that's, I believe, all the track that's gonna go to putting everything down. Tools. They got all kinds of different nuts and everything on here, don't they?
Down to the shop.
So I guess I'm gonna have to take a break for a second and go find wrenches and everything. So
there's about 20 items on that list of.
Right?
Well.
Tape measure, torque wrench, hex keys,
and
wrenches, and
like
wrenches or sockets.
Wrenches. 7 mil, 10 mil. Good luck finding that.
Right.
13 mil, 14 mil, 15 mil, 16 mil, 17 mil, 18 mil.
Right. Alright, well, I'm going to pause for just a minute and we are going to go find tools. And that's a pretty nice handy thing to have with this thing too, is to show you everything you're going to need. Now that we're back from having to run to the store to
not get a 10 millimeter.
To get wrenches and stuff that I didn't have. Now hopefully this sun's not being too bright with trying to look at things, but it's pretty nice because the first thing we're going to be putting together is the track, and so it's telling you everything you need to put the track together. So I guess I should open the rest of these boxes up and see what's all in them. Well, that's obviously the winch to crank everything up and down.
Should we get a tarp to put everything on?
Oh, there's an hour meter and nuts and bolts and stuff, so that might be part of some of these. I wonder if they're actually labeled in any way. Well, that was just really off now, wasn't it? Alright. Oh, now this is one of the reasons why I went with this one. I'll get to that later though. Let's not get sidetracked. That's something special. So that must be all the nuts and bolts, because I couldn't see them putting nuts and bolts in this big box. Oh!
What's in this one?
So that's all the track. And those are the arms and everything that goes on. So, ow! That was my foot.
Feel those.
Okay, so let's see if by chance they've got some kind of marking on some of these. Oh boy. Okay, well, the tracks are different. So they sent us 2 boxes of bolts, but no lock nuts to go to it. Well, looks like we have to make a call.
And seriously, we can't get this put together?
Because then we won't be able to put it together today. Because we don't have all the nuts to go to it. Well, that is an unfortunate thing for us. I really am excited about putting this together and was really excited to show all of y'all how to put it together.
So we are unfortunately not going to be able to get this video done for you today, but hopefully this gives you an indication of make sure you check everything before you just jump right in and start doing something.
Right? Yes, because you'll need all those to put all this together. Well, I mean, so far, I'm liking everything about it, but it's just a common mistake. They're white boxes. They probably weren't, you know, paying attention, I guess.
They're not labeled.
And they don't have a label on them, so it was somebody got together and grabbed the bolts, but didn't grab the nuts to go with it. So yeah, we're thinking about also putting down some of our weed fabric
To keep anything from coming up through the tracks. Bamboo has a mind of its own, and sometimes if you turn your head on it, it's going to come up through any little bit of sunlight it sees. So we consider putting down the ground cover first, just to prevent any of that coming up from the bottom. Plus, it'll be easier for us to clean the sawdust off after we're done.
Yeah, I figure once it piles up, instead of it just going straight on the ground like it would be going over here, we can put the ground fabric down and then set this all on top of it, and even if you dropped or something fell in there, it'd be easier to find instead of looking at in the ground trying to find something. So well, I guess we can kind of set everything to the side. We need to make a phone call and get with these people to find out where my nuts are. I lost my nuts. Didn't get them.
So, look at me.
I should have a whole box of nuts. What?
Sorry we aren't able to finish this video today, but if you learned anything, it's to double check all your inventory before you get started, which is just smart in general. Feel free to subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell notification so you'll never miss a video. And on our next video, hopefully we will get this all put together for you. Have a great day.
Have a good one. Later.